Welcome students. Today we'll go for the plastic, which is the last part of this chapter, the synthetic fibers and plastics, the third chapter of class 8. In the previous classes we have discussed about the different types of synthetic fibers, their properties and their uses. Today we go for the plastic. So what is plastic? Let's go for the screen. Here is the plastic. So students, what is plastic? Plastic is a synthetic material which can be molded or can be set into desirable shape when it is soft. Clear? So it is a synthetic material, that means it is an artificial material which can be molded or we can set into a desirable shape when it is soft. That is called the plastic. And this plastic is a polymer. This means the plastic consists of very long molecules made by the joining of many monomers. That means many small units. As a large number of small units are joined together to form a large molecule of plastic, that's why this plastic is called a polymer. Third, the material used for making the plastics are the petroleum products. That means the raw materials are the petrochemicals. And some examples of the plastics are polythene, PVC, bakelite, melamine, Teflon. There are 5 types of plastics. And we use these plastics to make large number of articles. Those are used in our daily life. The pictures are given here. Okay? In plastic, the long polymer chains are arranged in 2 ways. So what are those? One is linear, another is the cross-linked. So what is the linear? When the long polymer chains are not connected with one another, then those are called the linear chains. Here, look at this picture. In this picture, this is a polymer chain and this is a polymer chain, but these are not interconnected with each other. So such type of arrangement is called the linear type arrangement. And this such type of arrangement is seen in thermoplastics. Whereas this arrangement is called the cross-linked. This is a polymer chain and this is a polymer chain. But both the polymer chains are interlinked with each other. So when the long polymer chains are interlinked with one another, then those are called cross-linked chains. And such type of molecular arrangement are usually found in thermosetting plastic. Then we'll go for some common examples of the plastic. Recently I have told you that there are 5 types of the plastics. Most common examples of the plastics are polythene, PVC, bakelite, melamine and your Teflon. So we'll go for the detail. First is your polythene. So what is polythene? Polythene is a polymer of ethene. Polythene. So polythene is a plastic which is obtained from the ethene by the process of polymerization. That is called the polythene, which we are using in our daily life. And it is very tough and durable in nature, long lasted. It cannot be decomposed easily. It cannot be decomposed, not easily. It takes so many years to decompose. And third, it is used to make polythene bags, bottles, buckets, dustbin, waterproof plastic sheets, etc. etc. So these are the uses of the polythene. It is also used for packaging. It is used as the packaging material. Okay? Then second one is the PVC. Do you know what is PVC? Students, PVC in full form it is polyvinyl chloride. What is it? It is polyvinyl chloride. And it is a strong, hard plastic, but not flexible. PVC is a strong plastic, but it cannot bend easily. So this PVC is used for making insulation of electric wires, pipes, garden hose pipe, raincoat, seat cover, etc. Then the third one is bakelite. It is a very hard and tough plastic. The previous two, what are the polythene and PVC? Remember one important thing, polythene and PVC, these two are the thermoplastics. But this bakelite, it is a thermosetting plastic. So what do you mean by thermosetting plastic? That means it can tolerate the heat. It is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. It is thermosetting. It can tolerate the heat. It cannot easily melt or it cannot easily bend down. And it is poor conductor of heat and electricity. Due to its poor conductivity nature, it is used for making the handles of various cooking utensils. Which one? The bakelite one. It is also used for making the electrical switches, plugs and sockets. So the question may come, why the bakelite is used to make handles of various cooking utensils or electrical equipments? Because we can say the answer like this. The bakelite is a thermosetting plastic. It can tolerate the heat. It is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. That's why it is used to make the handles of various cooking utensils and electrical appliances or electrical materials like switches, plugs, sockets, etc. etc. Okay. Then next we go for the melamine. This melamine is also a thermosetting plastic. I have told you that the bakelite, melamine, Teflon, these three are thermosetting plastic. And whereas PVC, polythene, these are thermoplastics. Later we will discuss what is thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic and what are the difference between the thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. We will discuss later. Let's go for melamine. So melamine is a thermosetting plastic. Which type of plastic? It is a thermosetting plastic. It can tolerate heat better than the plastics, other plastics, and can resist the fire. It is used for making floor tiles, unbreakable kitchenware, uniform of firemen, and microwave oven. Why this melamine is used for these purposes? Due to this property. Because it is a thermosetting plastic. It can tolerate the heat. That's why. Then the last one, Teflon. Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick because of its slippery surface. It has a slippery surface. Teflon has a slippery surface, so the oil and water cannot stick to it. Due to this quality, this is used to give the non-sticky coating to the surface of cookwares. And as it is highly resistant to heat, it is thermosetting, so it is highly resistant to heat. And due to this quality, Teflon is used for making the sole of electric irons. So these are the different types of the plastics. Then we'll go for types of plastics. There are two types of plastics. One is thermoplastic, another one is the thermosetting. As I have told you just before, how many types of plastics are there? There are two types of plastic. One is thermoplastic, another is thermosetting plastic. First we will go for thermoplastic. So what is thermoplastic? The plastic which can be softened repeatedly by heating and can be molded into different shapes, again, is called thermoplastic. ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କହିଲି ନା ଯେଉଁ ପ୍ଲାଷ୍ଟିକକୁ ଆମେ ବାରମ୍ବାର ସଫ୍ଟ କରିପାରିବା, ମେଲ୍ଟ କରିପାରିବା ହିଟ୍ ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କରିକି, ଏବଂ ଏଗେନ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଗେନ୍ ତାକୁ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ସେପ୍ ଦେଇପାରିବା, ସେଇ ପ୍ଲାଷ୍ଟିକକୁ ଆମେ କହୁ ଥର୍ମୋପ୍ଲାଷ୍ଟିକ। କ୍ଲିୟର? The plastic which can be softened repeated by heating and can be molded into different shapes again and again is called thermoplastic. And these thermoplastics are flexible in nature. That means that can be bent easily. I have told you that. Which are the examples of the thermoplastic? The polythene and PVC are the common example of the thermoplastic. And in this case of the thermoplastic, the polymer chains are linear. Molecules are arranged in a linear. And the polymer chains, they are not interlinked with each other. And the substances which are made from the thermoplastics are your comb, toys, plastic bags, seat cover, raincoats. Okay? So this is all about your thermoplastic. Then second one is the thermosetting plastic. So what is thermosetting plastic? The plastic which once set or cannot soft again on heating, cannot be molded second time, that is called thermosetting plastic. What I have told? The plastic which once set, तार जो प्लास्टिक को गोटे थर आकार दे दिया गला, that cannot soft again on heating. ताकू आओ heat देके soft करी हुए नहीं. That cannot be reformed second time. Such type of plastics are called thermosetting plastics. And these thermosetting plastics are not flexible and they cannot be bent easily. Clear? Bakelite, melamine, Teflon, these are the examples of the thermosetting plastics. And in this case, the polymer chains are cross-linked. In thermosetting plastic, the polymer chains are cross-linked. Clear? So, this is all about the types of your plastic. Okay? For the useful properties of plastic. Why the plastics are widely accepted? Why do we use the plastic more and more in our daily life? There are some properties. That's why the plastics is becoming very popular day to day. So what are these properties? Let's see. First one. Plastics are chemically unreactive. Like iron, it cannot react with water or air. It cannot form the oxides. It cannot get rust. So these are the chemically unreactives. Plastics are the poor conductor of heat and electricity. It can be molded into different shapes. That's why it can be recycled. And comparing to other material, plastics are quite cheap and easily made. Most important point is that it is very lightweight, strong, and durable in nature. For all these 5 important properties, the plastic which we are using in our daily life is widely accepted, worldwide accepted. Clear? Okay. Then students, the materials which we are using in our daily life, those can be classified into 2 categories. One is biodegradable material, another is the non-biodegradable material. Then can you tell me what is biodegradable and what is non-biodegradable? In class 7, you must have studied that the materials which can be decomposed by the natural process is called a biodegradable. The material which can be decomposed by the decomposers, those are the biodegradable. But the material which cannot be decomposed by the natural process, by the decomposers, those are called the non-biodegradable. So examples of the biodegradable, all organic materials, plants, animal, their wastes, their fecal materials, paper, cotton, wool, silk, these are all organic substances, they are the biodegradable. But your polythene, glass, plastics, these are the non-biodegradable material. It is clear the difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Okay. Though we are using the plastic in a large quantity, but the use of this plastic is very dangerous to our environment because it has some harmful effects. That's why it may called the foe of environment. So what are the harmful effects of the plastics? As the plastics are non-biodegradable material, so it cannot be decomposed in the environment naturally. When it is disposed, it cannot decompose. So it creates soil pollution. When the plastic articles are thrown here and there, they may block the drainage system, for which the artificial flood and unhygienic conditions may be created. Okay. Sometimes the animals like cow, buffalo, these cattle animals, they eat the food remainings, those are thrown in polythene bags or wrappers, and they may enter into their alimentary canal, which may choke their respiratory system at their pharynx, or may choke the stomach or their alimentary canal, and may cause death to those innocent animals. When plastics burn, it produces some toxic, that means poisonous gases that make air pollution. So these are the harmful effects of the plastic. So by using the plastic in large quantity, we are destroying our environment day to day. Okay? Then students, how can we save our environment from this excessive use of plastics? How can we save the environment from excessive plastic wastes? So we can save our environment from excessive plastic waste by minimizing the use of plastic, by reducing the use of plastic. We have to refuse the use of plastic. So what are those? One, we should minimize the use of plastic by replacing them with jute bags, cloth bags, paper bags. When we are going to market, we should not depend on the plastic bags. We should take the cloth bag or jute bag for marketing. We should not throw the plastic garbages like used polythene bags, wrappers, broken toys here and there. They should be kept in their respective dustbins so that it can be supplied for recyclation process. We should reuse and recycle these plastics. So there are 5R rules. There is a rule that is called the 5R rule. What are those? Those are the reuse, reduce, recycle, refuse, recover. If we obey these 5R rules, then we can save some extent to our environment. Okay, so this is all about the third chapter. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.